gotta go grab my charger. Hi, Libra land. How is everyone doing? Happy Sunday. I want to say happy spring because the time changed last night. We sprung forward. So it's like, I don't know. It's a spring to me. I know it's not officially on the calendar, but with the time change and the weather changing, happy spring, everyone. In the Northern Hemisphere. Happy fall to the southern. Oh, goodness. I have a special message. Her special place from the wild wisdom of the Faery Oracle. I have it tagged in the products from Books A Million for those interested. Shout out to BAM. This video is not sponsored by BAM, but I always like to show love. Her special place. Find your own safe space, inside and out. This is what is crucial for Libra right now. Sanctuary, solitude, and an oasis in which to hear the sound of your own heartbeat. That's what this beautiful fairy wants you to find. A sweet and safe place in which you make time for yourself. And she knows that in order to know our own truth, we need that place where we can selfly, okay. So maybe you need to be selfish with yourself, selfly, okay? Where you can safely be on your own to revel, dream, and just be. We need this space more often than we think. And for you, you need it now. Because people have been trying to siphon that wonderful Libra essence from you and your soul for years, my Libra loves. So now is the time for you to truly take your power back. Be a little selfish with your own energy and your own soul essence and reclaim yourself. Therefore, she asks you to develop this space for yourself so within it you can just be. There are ways for you to create this sacred haven for yourself. This fairy being is sharing hers with you so that you can feel the peace and tranquility and safety she experiences when she has her times there. Just as she has found a lily pad island where she can hide away, drift, and just feel safe and in solitude, so too can you create and nurture that space in the world and that space inside of yourself. Consider simply spending time alone in nature or being with people who are soothing and accepting, yet with whom you can be totally yourself. Go within, get to know who you are. Realize that you are a sensitive, sacred being who deserves self-nurturing. Please take time out and renew your sacred self. This is the message for today, for our sacred Sunday. Happy Sunday, Libraland. Thank you for the thumbs up in the chat to the 14 beautiful souls that gave this read a thumbs up. There's 36 people in the chat. Divine meaning. Her special place can signal a need for solitude and quiet, a break from busyness, strife, and stress. Find the way in which you respond with healing and love and give those things to yourself. Take a break from hearing about the disasters. Create an oasis where only some can enter and only at your invitation. This card can signal a need for a haven, a sanctuary, where you can commune with your own emotions and have some time out that will refresh and restore you when you re-enter the world. This is a time of introversion, not of sadness, but of turning towards the oasis, sanctuary, and the peace that exists within. We are all born with this place within us. It is simply that we sometimes forget or we lose our connection with it. Drawing this card could signify that it's time to put energy into creating your own special place, whether this is a room, a home, or a space to work where you feel safe, creative, and without judgment. It can be a corner. You know what I mean? It can be a corner. My at-home workspace is in my kitchen. Like, my kitchen table is my work desk. My corner in my kitchen is my altar. I don't have a studio. I don't have an office. But I make do, and I always have. Make do, Libra, and create a sacred, safe place for you. I hope to one day have an office or a studio space where I can work. Yes. Ooh, I just heard a train horn confirm that I will. Drawing this card could signify that it is time to put energy into creating your own special safe place. Okay. This card can also signify you are healing from health and emotional issues because you have worked hard on creating a physical space in which you are treated with love and respect by yourself, firstly, and by others. This beautiful fairy's appearance could also signal a remission in health issues. Oh, hallelujah. Amen. And so it is. Do you hear the train horn confirmation? I hope you do. Renewal and healing may be as simple as finding a quiet place near a still body of water and doing what you most love. Alternatively, be sure to follow the as within, so without creed. Create peace inside, and that external peaceful place must manifest. So, through meditation and the nurturing of the inner sanctuary, the external one shall appear. So, through doing the inner work, Libra, that we have been doing, the inner work, the inner healing, and the outer work, it's beginning to show in our outer appearance as healing. We're looking more vibrant. You need to make sure that you're creating a sacred, safe place for you to do your meditations, your prayers, to connect with spirit, to do your spiritual workings, your creative projects. This is of utmost importance now for you. Breathe, breathe. Confirmation, train horn again. Breathe, Libra. In your nose and outside of your mouth. Brian, go heal. Go heal, go breathe. Go do some breathing exercises, Brian. We don't accept your toxicity here. Nothing I just said in the past 10 minutes and 44 seconds on the live timer was toxic at all. You're a troll or you're a bot. Go find peace. All trolls, all bots need to find peace. Now, back to what matters. Let's get another fairy oracle card. I'm really liking these messages today. Bots will never know peace because they're not real people. But trolls, there's a chance. There's still a chance for them. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. Do you remember? Do you have any idea what you wished for? Oh, my ear's ringing. All those times when you tossed coins into the fountains. Do you remember, Libra? Because some of those wishes that you made when you would toss those coins into these fountains throughout your life are coming true now. You've activated a secret doorway by working with your intuition. You have access to dimensional doorways, your second sight opening. To me, that's your third eye, being fully activated and open, and you seeing other dimensions or doorways to these dimensions. You probably travel there in the astral, I would think, when you're asleep. I haven't been remembering my dreams lately. It's like, come on. I don't like when I don't remember my dreams. Okay. Number 7, fairy wishing well. I just heard indigo, indigo, indigo to help remember the dreams. All my readings are for entertainment purposes only. Here we go. Manifestation, expectations, offerings. People have been making offerings at this fairy wishing well for centuries. Hold on, there's something on my throat chakra. Okay. People have been making offerings at this fairy wishing well for centuries, perhaps even millennia. But the gold they are leaving her is heavy with their expectations. So much so that her energy is drained. Oh, well, 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 Libra. She struggles to undertake the granting of so many wishes. So she must carefully weigh each wish. Oh, like a Libra scale. She must carefully weigh each wish up, take it in her hands, and feel the energy. Those wishes that are for the highest good of all, that are made by people with open hearts, are granted, though that process can still take time. And I'm hearing years upon years. Those who wish the fairy to hurry up, those who are impatient, who keep questioning her, and they have a very fixed idea of how their wish must come about, will find that their wish is rarely ever granted. That part. I just heard you are what you eat. You are what you eat. It's like, you come spewing negative energy, karmic, toxic things, and that's what you are, and that's what you're going to keep attracting to any trolls. Again, bots aren't even people, and we have to remember that some of these trolls are bots. They're not even people. They just come to disturb the vibrational frequency of these certain streams, these certain channels. Thank you so much, Emily. Always amplify, but bam. That's what we do. But yes, it's like people that are like, "Oh, that it's not coming true for me. It's not." Look at you. Look at you and look at you. Not you, Libra, but them. You know what I mean? Anyway, those who wish the fairy to hurry up, those who are impatient, who keep questioning her or have a very fixed idea, rarely get their wish granted. It is not that she does not wish to, it is that she is tired and she must have help. So, to make your wish come true, you must assist. Here is how you work your own magic to assist the Fae. Here we go, Libra. Oh my gosh. Wow. This is amazing instructions. Okay. I'll put it in the screen for you if you want to screenshot that. Breathe not a word to a harsh and critical person about your wish. Nurture your wish with practical steps each day. Face your fears and release them. Become ready for the wish to be granted. You see, we can sometimes be granted our wish, often after a great deal of effort from the fairies, and yet we are not ready for that which we thought we wanted more than anything. So our role is to trust, to surrender, to clear the way and do what needs to be done, to be emotionally, spiritually, and physically ready for the wish we have asked to be granted. Also, we can send love and prayers and healing energy to the fairies of the wishing wells. It is significant that many of these sacred places were exorcised by members of the early church, and that the fairies were sometimes driven away. If there is a sacred spring near you or a natural body of water, ask the fairies to come back in. Leave them an offering without expecting anything in return. Then the fairies of these wishing places can return, and all of us, fairy and human, all we magical beings, will prosper and be joyful. One more thing. Bots and trolls will never be magical beings. Okay? Never. I mean, I did say that we can hope for the trolls that they'll awaken their third eye and see a new day and a new dawn if they're human beings. But again, it's about working with the natural elements, the elementals, the forces of nature, the fae, the organic. Libra. Thank you so much, Sarah, for your super chat. Thank you, Sarah, always. Build a fairy shelter at the water's edge A fairy door will give them a portal through which to enter. 'Tis all in the intent with which you build. Build a wishing well and ask a fairy in. Do not burden them overmuch with wishes. Instead, ask sincerely from the heart and then trust and know the wish will come through in perfect time. The fairies know more about timing than we. Okay, divine meaning. This card, if you don't have a space, if you don't own the land that you live on, like you can't make a fairy wishing well, you can't make a fairy garden because people come through and mow the lawn and you're not paying these, you know what I mean? Like you rent, you're a renter like me. I can only do so much in my little yard space that I have because I don't own it. One day I will own the land I'm on. Anyway, not this land, another piece of land. Go to the nearest water source, your nearest spring, like it said, your nearest creek, your nearest river, your nearest lake, your nearest pond, and go make an offering. Go leave a crystal there for the fae. Go leave a shell. Something natural, a feather, okay? A feather, a shell, a crystal, something completely natural. Go make an offering to invite the fae back in. This card is the card which demonstrates we have mastered the making of money in some respects. Confirmation, excuse me, I just burped. You have mastered the making of money in some respects, Libra. So there's something about money manifestation you have mastered. Maybe you're like, well, then how come I don't have a milli in my bank account yet, Ashley? It's coming. If that's what you're manifesting, if that milli is going to help others, is going to help assist in the collective, then it will come. But only then. Only then. If you're just going to help you and yours, the fairy will not grant that wish. You have to help the world with your millies. You don't have to do anything. You have free will. I'm just the messenger. I'm just reading cards. We have learnt of its ability to affect family, prestige, and standing. We have allowed it to come into our life, and we have seen some of the impact it can have. Yep. Wow, we have. Maybe we're not where we want to be with it yet, but you have seen the taint, you know, the faint the faint energy of wealth. I'm trying not to laugh, but you know what I mean. Like you've touched it, you've grasped it, you've tasted it. But have we learnt to allow it to flow like the waters of the well and to trust that all our needs are divinely taken care of? Okay, here's the thing about a well, if you think about it. Here's the thing about a well. The water is coming from under the surface. The water is coming from a natural spring under the ground. Oh, my phone's about to go. Hold on. Hold on. So that's significant, Libra. The water, the source is under the surface. Your wealth is still under the surface. and it needs to be brought forth by the pump of the well, by your manifestation. This is what I'm picking up on. That's how a well operates. And some of that water is the purest, by the way. Aquifers provide the purest, some of the purest water on earth. Aquifers. It depends where in the world you dig your well, but that's facts. Ooh, I hope my land has an aquifer. Ooh. All my readings are for entertainment purposes only. But have we learned to allow it to flow like the waters of the well and to trust that all our needs are divinely taken care of? This card, while showing us that creating with money is definitely something we are working at mastering, reminds us we may get caught up in that process and forget to an extent about the source, which is ourselves and our connection with God. Is the magic circle of your coin ignited spiritually as well as materially? What is it that you are creating with your prosperity? Ponder these questions without judgment and love being connected to both the source and the outcome. One more. This is good. Like, this is good. This is good. This is good. One more from this deck. Thank you, everybody, for the thumbs up. Wow. Once was innocent, and it came out sort of in reverse. So I will read the upright and the reverse meaning. Look at that purple. Goes right with the, look at the colors of this card. They go right with the crystals. Once was innocent. Knowledge means change. Once you did not know. You did not know the truth that your heart belongs to nature, that you were born innocent, and you shall die wise. And that this is the true natural law. Once you did not know, but now you do. And now you do know. You must decide what to do. For now you have seen, shut the front door, and tasted and drank the fairy foods and danced in the fairy groves and lain with your fairy lover and watched moonlight woven into jewels. You've watched water offer herself to the thirsty roots of trees for drink and heard the birds speak one with the other. Now you know of this magic. What will you do? Pretend to live as before? Endlessly go through the days, the next so much the same as the day before, that it feels you are endlessly reworking ever so slightly the same time between sunrise and sunset? Now you know. What will you do? Wow. For there now is a choice where once you were told and you believed that there was none. Whoa. That you must grow old and perish, that you must work hard at something that makes your soul shrivel and simply tolerate it. Whoa. That there is nothing we can do, for this is the way of the world. But now you have seen and tasted and danced, and it was no dream. It was dreamlike and enchanted, but this is how your life now can be. Truly dreaming with eyes wide open. Eyes wide open. Truly living and drinking in bliss. No guilt, no fear, no shame. Challenges, yes. But for those, you have your courage and your gifts. But to believe that there is no magic, that would be to lie to your own heart and soul. For now, you know. And now that you do know, what will you do? You know now that if you choose the way they told you, the way you believed in before you knew the other, you know the way that it will look and feel, that there will be less of everything. And you know if you choose the other, your blood will sing and your heart will open. And you will be in your wonderment evermore. I wonder too, what will you choose? Because everyone has a choice. To stay stuck, to stay in the past, or to move forward. Because when you know better, you do better. I just quoted Maya Angelou yesterday or the day before, and it's here in this card. Once was innocent, knowledge means change. If you are courageous, you can now, thank you so much, Trey, for the floating heart gift. If you are courageous, you can now become who you truly are on a magical level. When you accept this part of who you are and accept that this magic you have experienced is natural and good, you will grow stronger, more fearless, more calm, more effective. And you will draw to you the people who can echo back to you these truths you have found. You will no longer mind not fitting into a realm you always feared living in, and you will know you can find your own path. Tangled and wooded as it may be, you can no longer deny what you have seen, heard, felt, and touched and been touched by. You know magic is true and real, and that wonderment is your path from this time forth. So, what to do? Ask for help. Seek advice. Consult people who have had similar experiences. Surround yourself with knowledge and know that innocence is not lost and that your beliefs are not naive. Your wisdom is now telling your truth and acknowledging your experience. You've been gaslit your whole life. It's like being gaslit and narcissistically abused your whole life, telling you, you're wrong, you're wrong. You stupid conspiracy theorist, you're wearing a tinfoil hat, you're wrong. Gaslit, 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 and then boom, mass collective awakening on a worldwide scale. And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm telling you, the true healers are feeling burnt. But you always knew the truth, and you're not crazy, and you're not wrong. You've been gaslit and abused. All my readings are for entertainment purposes only. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the only way to do so is using the calendar link in the description box below. My name is Ash, and my YouTube channel is Libraland1010. I also have a second YouTube channel for the collective called Astral Investigation. Now, in the reverse, which this card did sort of come out like that. So we will read it in this sort of reverse meaning. Denial of what you have seen, heard, and experienced. Telling yourself it is only imagination or dreaming. Oh my gosh. Don't gaslight yourself, Libra. Holy moly. That perhaps this is why it came out not totally reverse. It was kind of like this. That's so crazy. I promise you, I did not know it was getting ready to say that in what I just said out of my mouth. I promise you, I did not know it was getting ready to say this. I don't read ahead when reading from the book. I just read and then I tell you what I'm getting downloaded with the message and then I continue. Anyway, don't gaslight yourself. You have been gaslit, most likely. 99.9% chance you have been gaslit for a large portion of your life. That perhaps you are mad. Wow. Wow. Well, just like the Cheshire Cat said, we're all mad here. We're all a little mad here. Denial of what you have seen, heard, and experienced, telling yourself it is only imagination or dreaming, that perhaps you are mad, or you need help to stop the visions and the joyful connections you feel, a sense that you must stay hidden, or others will find you mad and seek to shun you, or worse, put you away somewhere where you can no longer be heard. You are not foolish, nor childish, nor are you delusional or ill. You are in tune with the truth of the magical world now, and you have seen. You need not proclaim this to all, but to deny it is to push away the truth because you fear no longer being ordinary, which you are very far from being, by the way. You are extraordinary, Libra. Extraordinary, Libra. That was pretty intense. I'm going to take a little intermission for a moment. I'll be back in just a minute. Thank you, Miranda, for the flower gift. Thank you, Aubrey, for the love and the support in the chat. Thank you, everyone, for the love and the support. All right. What next? What next? What next? The Fae were not playing around today, huh? The Fae were not playing around with us today. Let's burn some cinnamon. I'm almost done with this cinnamon stick. We're about halfway through. Almost done with this cinnamon stick. Then we'll start anew. Baby. Looks like a target or a bullseye or something. On point. All right, Libra. It's Pisces season. Let's get a message from the mermaids. Fantastical. Recognition. You're going to be recognized. You're getting ready to go through a glow up, a period of recognition. Free spirit. You could be known for your free-spirited attitude. What does Libra need to hear right now? Yeah, you're letting go of the dense energies that dragged you down in the past. Letting go. Sayonara. I'm hearing sayonara, suckers. You're letting go of all the piranhas of the past. All the piranhas of the past. Sayonara, suckers. Yeah, moving forward with freaking King Triton. With free spirit back at the bottom. Moving forward, King Triton. Or, who is this? Who rules the Poseidon? Poseidon is coming through. Woo-wee. Let's read. This is pretty powerful, Libra. Move forward. Poseidon. Make a move now. The time for waiting is over, and forward movement is required. Don't let fear stop you. This warrior king of the sea strides boldly forward and asks you to do the same. He says this is the time to make a move, so follow him now. Whatever it is that you've been thinking about doing, this card says do it now. You might not feel ready, or you could be waiting for the perfect moment to take action. Well, that perfectly imperfect moment is now. The time for inaction or procrastination is over. You know in your heart that the current circumstances can't stay the same. Bold action is required. It might not be a life-changing move, or, there again, it could be. You'll know what you need to do, so act with courage as you boldly move forward and trust in life to guide you. Whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. So take heed of these wise words and apply them to your own life now. An exciting time of activity lies ahead and will lift you out of your current scenario and into a whole new world. It's where we'll be. You might be feeling very comfortable and not feel like moving anywhere, let alone forward. Ew, like a stagnant swamp. I don't know comfort. Maybe one day we'll be comfortable in a lush field of wildflowers on a gentle spring day with a warm breeze. But right now, it's like a stagnant water, swamp. How can you be comfortable in a swamp? This card can also be saying, move forward by moving your body. It could be as simple as getting some exercise. This is the meaning if this card appears with the Be Spontaneous card. Well, it appeared with the Free Spirit card. You'll know how to interpret this card intuitively and also by considering the other cards in your reading. It's not meant for you to be like everybody else, that part. You were born a free spirit. You've always felt this way, Libra, most likely, who I'm reading for. But you were gaslit to being like everybody else for a large portion of your life, but you never felt like you were doing what you truly were meant to be doing. You weren't living out your dreams. You were just taking the motions. From this moment forward, you're meant to be a free spirit and live the life of your dreams. You don't need to play the status quo crap anymore. That part. Ooh, an abundance. Right behind free spirit. This is how you activate your abundance. And your discernment has saved you many times. Discernment behind that. Let's see what else. We'll pull 3 mermaid cards like we pulled 3 fairy cards. Let's go, Libra. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, mermaids. This is messages from the mermaids deck. I will tag it in the products. Okay, we got our 2 more cards. Go with the flow and love. With solitude at the bottom. She's so beautiful. Gosh. This card is so beautiful. Solitude. All right. Let me see. How am I going to do this? Go with the flow. And so this is love. Let's cover this up. Okay, that should work. Okay. I saw go with the flow first. Let go and go with the flow. You'll get where you need to be when you surrender and trust in the natural flow of life. This mermaid wants you to know that life can be more fun when you go with the flow. She's allowing herself to be carried along by the currents of the sea. She has total trust in the ocean to take her to wherever her destiny may lead. When we push against the flow, it can feel very tiring. This card tells us to simply surrender to the flow of life. It's about trust, trusting in your destiny and knowing that everything happens at exactly the right time. So, try releasing any attachment to a particular outcome. Allow life to take you in the right direction. Going with the flow means you spend less energy forcing things to happen. When we fully trust in our destiny, we know on a deeper level that what is meant for us won't pass us by. Is there a situation in your life in which things aren't going as smoothly as you wish? If not yourself, then perhaps someone close to you is experiencing an uphill struggle where every move they make has the opposite effect of what they wish to happen. If this rings true, then this card serves as a reminder, telling you to surrender to the flow of life and allow all the pieces to float perfectly into place without any struggle or force. Whatever your query, the answer is simply to go with the flow. This doesn't mean you're giving up or are defeated. Rather, that your lack of resistance will bring you a sense of freedom and completion. All right. Thank you, Mystique, for the girl power gift. I love that. Love. Open yourself to universal or romantic love. Put yourself out there. Maybe go on a date or rekindle the love within your current relationship. This mermaid is bathing in the bliss of unconditional love. She loves herself, which means she's able to be fully loved by others. When you know your true value and embrace the fact that you are loved and lovable, you'll attract perfect loving relationships. Love is the fragrance of enlightened spiritual people. It can be felt in their aura and is the residue of their presence. This is pure, unconditional love. People feel romantic love for each other. To love someone and yet also set them free is a beautiful thing. Wow, so that's 3 mentions of free. You are experiencing a freedom, Libra, that you have never felt before in this life. The freedom to truly be you, to love the world, and to experience love from the world. When our emotions become involved and we become attached to and dependent on someone, we then face issues. Perhaps you are experiencing this. Remember, we're all born free, which means we have the freedom to choose the path we take in life. Yes, it's possible to be in love and still be free. This isn't an excuse to play around with the hearts of others. Being free while in a committed relationship means you give space for the other to flow and grow. It's still possible to remain loyal and in love while loving them unconditionally. Most definitely. Duh. That's the only type of relationship I will accept moving into the future. You allow me to be me and do me, and I allow you to be you and do you, and we love each other for it, and we're faithful to one another. We don't play around, but we don't try to control one another either. Absolutely. Maybe this is the love that's coming into your life, Libra, because this is what you demand. The act of giving and caring is an expression of love. If you feel drawn to be of service to others, then this card's message is affirming that. Practicing random acts of kindness is another wonderful expression of love in action. Something about volunteer work is significant moving into the spring and summer. Showing love to a stranger will lift their spirits and fill their hearts with hope. Always. Always. Thank you, Stephanie, for the 100 gift. Thank you, everybody, for the thumbs up. There's 60 70 in the chat, 67 thumbs up. Let's get 70-70. And what does that angel number mean? 70-70. 2 more thumbs up. 68. 2 more. Just double tap the screen for me. Boop, 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 boop. Just double tap. Boop, 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 boop. Double tap your screen of your mobile device. Boop, 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 boop. 69-69. Maybe we should look up that angel number. Let me turn my other device on. There we go. Now there's 71 in the chat and 70 thumbs up. Let's get 71 thumbs up. All right, let's see what that angel number means. 6969. Turn my hotspot on. The birds are so quiet today. Like, it is such a quiet Sunday. What is the meaning of 6969 numerology? Symbolizes a spiritual awakening, personal transformation, and the necessity of balancing your material with your spiritual life. It also indicates the end of a cycle, encouraging you to let go of the old, embrace the new, and trust you are supported by the universe. It's also similar to the yin and yang. 6969 represents the harmony between material needs, number 6, and spiritual growth, number 9. This number signals certain aspects of your life are ending to make way for new, more aligned opportunities. It emphasizes fostering love, compassion, and respect in partnerships, highlighting a focus on soul connections. What the heck? Wow. I saw a notification and it said, you know what, Ashley? And I'm like, who the freako is talking to me? And it was another Ashley that was involved apparently in a car accident. And the person that hit this other Ashley ran. What on earth? Man. Okay. Be careful. Be careful. Keep your head on a swivel. Check your blind spots. Be a defensive driver. Every day, all day, if you are a driver out on these roadways, especially here in the US of A. All right. Say your prayers, man, just daily. Let's get a Witch's Familiar Runic Oracle card. La da da dee da 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 da. Volunteer work and being paid to do a job are two totally different things. La da da dee da 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 da. You can help in your job, but volunteering your time and energy for free and getting paid to do a job, which can also be helping people, are two totally different things. Maybe that's what's been coming out though recently in the cards. Maybe somebody is going to take on a volunteer, a volunteer job. You're not going to be getting paid for it at first, but eventually they may ask you to sign on. They may want to pay you to do what you're volunteering for at first. They may give you a paying job. Yep. That came out in the fortune cards the other day. But that starts off as a volunteer position. That's double confirmation of that happening. So if you have been thinking of going out and volunteering this spring and you want to increase your finances, I mean, don't go volunteering looking for the job. I'm just saying you're going to find somebody that's going to want to work with you when you're out volunteering. Lagos, Lagos, Lagos. With Awaz at the bottom, that white horse. All right, seahorse. Seahorse, 42. Floating in the great waters, this tiny seahorse feels the currents, ebbs, and flows. In this great universal ocean of life, and in her softly shifting dream state, she knows the unity of all life and the connection that flows through past, present, and future. In her world, water is everywhere, pervading all things, the living energy source of everything. This is bringing me back to the well. It's like a reservoir I'm picking up on for a specific group of Librans. A reservoir of blessing that your wishing well is tapping into. She is a symbol of the unconscious, of invisible life forces, the dream state, and hidden aspects of the self. Laguz is a powerful rune in the way water is powerful, fluid, and ever-changing. It calls you to release the struggle and go with the flow. Spend time in meditation, allow your deeper intuitive state to speak to you and guide you. Laguz reminds you that on life's journey, not all can be controlled. Change is the only constant. Without change, life becomes stagnant. What the freako? This is so bizarre. It's just talking about fresh waters, reservoir, underneath the surface, Libra. And I just said, being comfortable is like being in a stagnant swamp. We don't want to be in stagnant waters. Stagnant waters breed bacteria and toxins. Flow, memory, dreams, the unconscious, fate, and karma. Clairvoyance and future sight are enhanced by Laguz. Use this rune as an aid to work with the dream state. Oh my gosh. And I was saying how I haven't been remembering my dreams lately. What can we do to help us remember our dreams? Spirit gave us our answer, Libra, in the live. Use this rune. Sleep with it under your pillow. You can draw that rune on a piece of paper. You can inscribe it onto something and then sleep with it under your pillow. That rune. Clairvoyance and future sight are enhanced. Use this rune as an aid to work with the dream state and astral projection. Wow, I'm going to do this. I'm totally doing this. Join me if you like. Possibly tracing it over your third eye. Oh, you could trace it over your third eye. Okay. Maybe before you go to sleep, just take your finger, trace that rune over your third eye. Oh, that's cool. Let's get another witch's familiar runic oracle. Ooh! Kanaz, one of my favorites, the white owl. The white owl with the magic wand and the books. Ooh, with the scorpion. All right, let's see. Kanaz. The barn owl. The acquisition of wisdom, knowledge, and insight has been the owl's forte since the beginning of time. They have sharp eyes that can see in the dark what others need light to perceive. The companion of many goddesses across many cultures. Oh, I'm getting the goddess cards out after this. The owl is a holder of their occult secrets. For the unaware creature, they are fearsome. Kanaz has the hot, bright energy of fire and the illuminating torch. It represents the search for truth and knowledge and a burning creative drive. In a reading, Kanaz speaks of artistic and technical ability and honing your craft, lighting your way through the dark. It encourages you to be a self-starter, to take initiative guided by curiosity and intelligence. Key words: enlightenment, creativity, skill, offspring, learning. This rune can aid you in finding your true path. It is also useful during divination practices. Inscribe it on a candle that you burn while reading the cards. Be careful when combining with Feihu, as the high energy and power of these two can be an explosive combination. Oh, how interesting. I'm not that advanced in rune knowledge, so I would only work with one rune at a time. But that's just me. That was like a little fair warning. Like, watch out working with multiple runes at once. If you don't know completely, you know what I mean, what we're doing. And I'm no rune master. Shout out to Nick, though. Runes of Kaizen. He's a master of the runes. My Libra. Wunjo or Wunjo. The hummingbird. Oh, I love this one. With Fei Hu. All right. Wunjo. Hummingbird, 16. The hummingbird is joyful as he dances in between the flowers. His happy energy and satisfaction and harmony with life brings his wishes into being. He dances his dance, surrounded by the jewel-like flashes of his friends and family. Wunjo, with its ecstatic energy, is a most welcome rune in a reading. It has a certain bittersweetness as the final rune of the first ayat, bringing the whisper of the change or a shift, like the first rays of a sunset after a perfect day. When this delightful rune pops up, you can expect joy, fellowship, and harmony, a symbol of well-being. It brings love, prosperity, and fulfillment. In reverse, Wunjo is a warning, a message of caution. Do not be blind to possible danger or deception. Okay, let's figure out, is there anything we need to be aware of right now? I'm going to get the Lenormand out. We want to be positive and keep a high vibration, but we never want to be like naive or ignorant to deception, trickery around us. Okay. Here we go. What does Libra need to be aware of? The stork. Whoa, that was so quick. The stork and the woman. The stork is change, movement, migration, restlessness, relocation, birth, changing, seasonal, and moving. So we do have a woman here who will be, you're going through a change in your life. You could be relocating, moving. You could be birthing something new. Stork plus woman. There's no meaning in the book. I'm going to have to look online. Hold on. Stay patient, please. The stork and the woman. A woman going through changes. Let's keep going. Good luck. Positive changes. The clover. Clover plus the mountain. To me, with the ship at the bottom, you have, whoever I'm reading for, you have overcome mountains, challenges that you were not supposed to overcome. Is it called insurmountable? That's what I'm hearing. You overcame challenges that others have not, could not. The clover plus the mountain. The clover is about luck, opportunity, bargain, gamble, game, humor, lottery, lucky, playful, light, positive. The clover plus the mountain. The mountain is a negative card, so this is a positive and a negative. Now, don't those cross out each other? The mountain is an obstacle, a limitation, a boundary, a problem, a delay, blocked, distant. Wow, insurmountable, overwhelming. Well, I intuitively was channeled, you overcame something that was supposed to be insurmountable. Okay, number one. Let's see what this means in the book. The mountain plus the lily. No, the mountain plus the clover. Wow, the mountain plus the lily equals celibate. Boomski. I was meant to say that for a reason. I'm going to have to look online. The clover plus the mountain. $21. Wow. Taking challenges lightheartedly, even through having a lack of luck. I'm telling you, you had a lack of luck. Even though you're a lucky Libra, it was the spiritual warfare. It was all the black and dark magic that was sent towards you. You had a lack of luck. Like things crossed each other out, even though you're a born stork, a lucky Libra. You were not supposed to get past this mountain, but you did. Even through a lack of luck. And you took the challenge lightheartedly. Like you kept your heart light through these challenges. You kept your heart light. You kept your heart light as a feather through these challenges. Wow. That would have took down others. The moon. Wow, and the birds in reverse. There's not really reversal meanings in the Lenormand, so, but the birds in reverse, this is gossip. You overcame all the negative. You overcame a humiliation ritual. Shame. Many humiliation rituals. So much gossip that was supposed to bring you down, that was supposed to put a big block up in front of you and your dreams and your livelihood. You overcame all of that. Shame, gossip, humiliation. Tuh, 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 tuh. 32 and 12. You're going to write a book about it. You're going to write, some of you guys are authors. Some of you all are authors. You are writers. You're going to write a book about your life. Autobiography. Of how you overcame something insurmountable. The moon and the birds. The moon is a neutral card. It is neither negative nor positive. It is about work, vocation, job, recognition, dreams, nighttime, intuitive, honored, famous, dreamlike, dark. You have overcome so much dark magic. OMG. The moon plus the birds. The birds is a neutral card as well. It speaks of communication, news, phone, gossip, anxiety, restlessness, siblings, announcement of pregnancy, communicative, forthcoming, anxious, talkative, restless, loquacious. So the birds plus the moon. There's no meaning in the book. Gotta look online. Moon. The birds. The birds are chirping. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh. Here we go. Birds and moon means worry. Worry. It can also talk about emotional instability. I'm going to read it intuitively what I got, Libra. People were trying to make you look emotionally unstable through the humiliation tactics, the rumors, the gossip. You have turned this around. And you will turn anything you're worrying about upside down too. Turn that frown upside down. Enjoy your Sunday, you guys. I have a special members only video coming later on. Thank you so much for all of your support. I love you guys so much from the bottom of my heart chakra. Take care of yourselves. Take care of those you love. Stay balanced. Stay blessed. Peace.